The Greece, New York situation where the bus monitor was made to cry by some very disrespectful, bratty middle schoolers brought a lot of discussion in this country about bratty children. But what it didn't bring is the actual issue of disciplining your student in the 21st century. Many of the 7 million who comment on the video basically said in their day and age, if they ever been that disrespectful to their parents, they would have been spanked or beaten or hit or something of that sort. And that is true. I got spanked quite often, or as they say, beat or whipped. But the issue is you can't do that in the 21st century. The laws favor children. They call 911. The parent is immediately picked up, arrested. The child goes into foster care. The parent goes in front of a judge and could potentially get a misdemeanor, some time, probation, and all type of negative things for attempting to put politeness and productivity into their students. So what I am advocating is that there needs to be some discussions and some creative techniques of how do you discipline your students and make them polite and productive in this day and age where you cannot spank, whip, beat, whatever you want to call it, to get your children's attention. Now, I am not a child psychologist. I'm not even a child expert. I'm a divorced mom who has raised two wonderful children, son who attends school at Rochester Institute of Technology in Rochester, New York, and my daughter who's attending Western Michigan at Kalamazoo. But I do have found some simple techniques that do work. I took some of those techniques and implemented them into an alternative high school and was able to straighten out 93 young people. And I believe that there's a way to be able to discipline your child, teach them how to think, and not spank. Now, for those who say that you think spanking is everything, it is not. As much as we have spanked, our country, our children have become more and more violent. We live in a country that requires them to know how to think. And while you do want them to fear and respect you as a parent, you want them to be able to look at the situation and decide if they can and cannot live with the consequences. And that comes back to critical thinking skills. So, with that in mind, I am promoting and need some support for a boot camp by the name of Invention Adventure, where we could channel some of those characteristics of students who are not your best students, who have probably some severe behavior issues, and to teach them how to use their skills creatively, and to teach their parents how to discipline them without having to spank them. Now, go to Indiegogo.com and be able to support our campaign. We thank you, and bye.